Hello everybody and welcome back to Miss K Makeup. So today's video is actually going to be a nail video. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my own colored acrylic using pastels or soft chalks as they're called. So I'm going to be starting out with these little chalks that I got at my local Hobby Lobby. And the only other thing you're really going to need is going to be these little containers. And I'm going to show you a few other things that you're going to need. So right now I'm reaching for my little Exactoknife that I am going to use to kind of scrape these chalks into the little container so that we can later use them to mix up with some clear acrylic. So the only products that you're going to need are the pastels. It's going to be the little containers, an Exactoknife, or a nail drill is actually more beneficial, which I will show you. And then some clear acrylic. I also can recommend using a little bit of white, but it just depends. So I sped this process up because you will soon realize that this part did not work for me by any means. I did it for a few minutes, but I actually cut a large portion of this out because I realized it was not working very well. So I'm going to switch to my nail drill because it works so much better. So you can see I gave up. And now I'm going to grab my nail drill. So I'm just going to add a mandrel and a sanding band. I'm just using like a medium sanding band to file at the chalk, and it files it, or it makes it really smooth and thin. So yeah, and I'm just gonna file about half of it, or maybe a little bit less than half, but that's really all you need. And yeah. Also, you may notice some dust flying everywhere. I am wearing face protection and also wearing eye protection because it does get very dusty and it can be dangerous to be breathing in anything that you probably shouldn't be that's not in the air. So I do recommend using like the little medical face masks that cover your nose and your mouth. And then I also recommend, I have reading glasses on, but you can buy some super cheap safety glasses in the hardware section at Dollar Tree, as well as some face masks as well. They're super inexpensive, but very important. So as you can see, I'm slowly nearing the end of my drilling experience, and it was a very time-consuming process, but it was very important to get that powder super duper smooth. And I do recommend using these soft chalks rather than using any type of sidewalk chalk because it will not grind up enough. So now I'm adding the clear acrylic, and I thought that I was going to mix it together until I realized that that was probably not going to work very well. So I'm adding 3 scoops of the clear acrylic with a baby spoon, and then I just shake it up really well, and you'll see that I'm checking it to make sure that it looks very smooth and it's getting mixed up very evenly, which is very important, and you really want to shake it up really nicely. And I kept this in real time so that you guys can see what it looks like and about how long this took me to do. So now I'm just putting away those little chalks that I used, and I am bringing down the practice hand that I have because I am going to show you guys what this powder looks like on an actual nail. So yeah, I'm gonna file and buff and all of those things that you are supposed to do with this hand. And I did all of these things in real time so that you guys could see about how long it takes me to prep my, I think they call this a nail trainer, not a fake hand. I still consider it a fake hand, but of course, we want to go by proper terms. So yeah, I'm just taking the 100 side, I think, of a nail file to file the free edge of that nail. It is very important because you're prepping this like a natural nail that you do need to clip down the free edge as well as file it down like you would. And I'm going to apply a tip and all those things just like it's a natural nail. You can see me struggling a little bit, and that's just because I'm still getting used to this thing. But I'm trying my best to learn. So yeah, then we're going to file the surface of the nail, and we're just going to use the 180 grit side of the nail file and buff the surface of that natural nail. And I am doing all of this in real time, so like I said, you can see how long this takes me. It really didn't take me a super long time, but there are certain things that it's kind of funny to see that I did struggle a little bit, and I want you guys to be real with you guys and show you that it's not always a walk in the park, and it does take a lot of practice, which is something that I am slowly but surely learning about this process. So next I am taking just a lint-free wipe and some 70% alcohol. And this one is actually in a little pump bottle. I got it at my local Dollar General, and it's super helpful. It makes it super easy to clean the surface of the natural nail. And then I'm just going to pick out a nail tip. These, I believe, are the Kiss ones that you can buy at Walmart. I actually don't like these because they are super duper curved, but they work perfectly with this trainer hand. You have to have like specific nail tips for this trainer hand. But yeah, it ended up working really well. And I'm just using some Dollar Tree nail glue. This is the little instant pink nail glue, I think is what it's called. It comes with 2, and they're super nice, and they actually adhere very quickly. I really like them, and definitely recommend if you see them at your local Dollar Tree. Also, I'm gonna do a Dollar Tree nail haul if you guys would like to see that. I think I'm gonna do that soon. Then I think I'm about to go in with my Kiss tip cutters, and I'm going to clip down that nail to the desired length. And I actually go a lot longer than what I normally would because it is very important to kind of leave a little bit of wiggle room for me to shape and file and things like that. So that's why it's a little bit longer. And also I feel like it's important to learn how to do things on a longer nail because it's a lot easier to work with. And I'm just going to file the surface of that nail as well as shaping it up really quick. And then I decided to reposition my camera so it's a little bit closer so you guys can really see what I'm doing. And then I'm grabbing my monomer and getting ready to apply the acrylic. Got my colored powder, grabbing my brush as well. This is the Pana brush that I just unboxed in my last Amazon haul. And it is a size 10 in case anyone's curious. I will link it down below if you guys are curious about it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really proud of myself for how these ended up turning out. I actually originally tried this hack with sidewalk chalk, and it was almost impossible to do because it just was not fine enough. It just created a lot of lumps and bumps and did not create a smooth finish like this is. So I definitely recommend using these. And I actually got these for super cheap at my local Hobby Lobby. I believe they were $5.99, and I used a 40% off coupon. So if you can do that, and they're only like a little less than $4, so it's definitely worth the investment. And as you can tell, they turned out super duper well. I actually ended up making the colored acrylic out of all of the colors that came in that kit that you saw in the beginning of this video, and I will do some videos soon showing you guys me using all of those colors. And I think they turned out really, really well, and I recommend using the same system. So I do use this with the Mia Secret. So I use the Mia Secret clear powder, and I am using the Mia Secret monomer as well. And I'm not gonna lie, this monomer is super intense, and I do use this in this system in the spare bedroom of my house. But I just raise the window and turn a fan on so that it blows all of the air out the window instead of containing it in the room with me, which can be harmful. And again, I am wearing my mask and my protective glasses this whole time, so I don't have to worry about it burning my eyes or even inhaling 90% of the fumes. So yeah, I'm tilting to the side because it can get a little stuck on the bottom. I wanted this powder to be super duper opaque, which is why I'm applying quite a bit of it. Honestly, if you wanted a little bit more of a sheer finish, you would not need to apply as much as I am. And also, I recommend with colored powders to apply a light layer of clear up underneath the powder, and I also did not do that in this video either. I just really wanted to show you guys the look of this powder, and of course I went with a nude, so it's a little bit harder to show you how opaque it is. But I will insert a picture at the end so that you guys can see what all of the colors turned out looking like. But they look really good, and they turned out super duper nice and very seamless. Most of them were actually extremely opaque, so I recommend kind of having a ratio of the colored chalk as well as the clear acrylic, just so your powder isn't really clear, because of course you don't want that. For the most part, you're going to want as opaque as possible. And again, if you think that I'm doing this incorrectly, please send me some corrective criticism in the comments down below. I am still a beginner, and I'm doing absolutely the best that I can and still continuing to practice and to learn, because honestly, that's all you really can do. So yeah, I'm just building up that nail, and I feel like it's turning out really, really well. I believe I just went with a square shape also. So I think here I'm going to grab my clear acrylic just so I can cap that nail. which is actually super important to do, and I recommend doing this on every nail that you create. Definitely use clear, a light, very light, simple layer of clear up underneath, and then using a layer of clear on top to cap that nail is also extremely important. But yeah, after this, that's pretty much everything I've got. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And yeah, leave me a comment down below any corrective criticism that you have. If you have anything that you like to say, any colors that you would like me to create, all of those things, definitely leave that in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you guys for all of your support on this journey that I am slowly going on. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.